No cavalry for the Knights because it was just unbelievable for JRU. Everyone stepping up. This guy, Jer Bulangas, who we will talk about a little later on, along with his teammates and partners in crime, Mark the Cannonball Kagoko, JR Sena, and John Bad Boy Wilson. Just a balanced scoring and firing from all fronts and all sides of the Cuneta Astrodome.
As you mentioned, Dre, all throughout the season, Sena and Kagoko have carried the heavy bombers. But now in that crucial game, Bulangis and Kagoko picked up their games, and also picking up their games towards this Final Four was Maui Prada. So
yes,
that really gives Coach Ariel Vanguardia so many weapons at his disposal here, headed into the crucial stage of the tournament.
And we talked about Jer Bulangis. Well, aside from Mark Kagoko, Wilson, and Sena, this guy just stepped up big, and I mean big, for the JRU Heavy Bombers. Like what you mentioned, Butch, last Monday it was Maui Pradas, but last Wednesday, Jer Bulangis was just averaging close to 5 points per game in the previous 15 games, but last Wednesday, scorching hot, 14 points, and he was the player of the game during that time around. And no wonder, that's why it was his time to shine.
Yes, and Jer Bulangis, I always thought he's one of the more underrated players here we have in the NCAA. Very good defensive guard, but can also score given opportunities, you know, for this star-studded JRU lineup.
Well, Coach Louis Alas didn't have the Knights who showed up last Wednesday. He had, can I say Batman or Batman? Because just the Dark Knights showed up last Wednesday. I'm talking about the big three for Letran: Ray Guevara, RJ Hazul, and Dino Daa.
Only a combined 7 of 27 from the field. That's 27%. And you can see none of them hit in double figures.
That's right. Just, you know, under the shade of 10 points, all of these players, not really their numbers, a combined scoring of 20 points for these three players. And RJ Hazul, well, he has to step up. Not being true to his name that you gave him, not so cool. He was cold Hazul.
That was what I was going to say. He was so cool. He turned ice cold in that crucial game. But you know, RJ Hazul, he will find a way. I'm sure he doesn't want his season to end today. And as I mentioned, he will try to deliver for Letran this afternoon.
Well, RJ was scoreless against Mabua last Monday, and last Wednesday he just scored 9 points like what we mentioned. RJ has to step up big today. Here we go. Get ready, folks. JRU taking on Letran. Let's see if JRU can make it to the big dance, or can Letran push it till Monday.
Welcome back to the 4 at 84. It's the season 84 of the NCAA. And for today's Final Four main game, make some noise for the RIzal University Heavy Bombers with a twice to beat advantage. And get loud for the Colegio San Juan de Letran Knights. First, let's meet the starting five of your JRU Heavy Bombers. At guard, number 9, Mark Kagoko. The other guard, number 8, John Wilson. At center, number 15, James Sena. At forward, number 18, Maui Pradas. And the other forward, number 12, Marvin Hayes. Heavy Bombers head coach Ariel Vanguardia. Now, here's the starting lineup of your Letran Knights. At guard, number 10, Kojak Melegrito. The other guard, number 13, RJ Azul. At center, number 19, John Poronda. At forward, number 17, Regine Ranices. And the other forward, number 15, Dino Da. Knights head coach Louis Alas. Our officials for this game, Sherwin Pineda, Rafi Britannico, Dax Dakanay.
Of course, Coach Louis Alas inspiring his boys. As you take a look on your screens, the starters for today's game, veterans will definitely be starting for either squads. For both squads, Hazul Melegrito, Poronda, Ranices, and Daa. And for RIzal, Wilson, Kagoko, James Sena, Maui Pradas, and Marvin Hayes. Letran and their blue and red uniforms, and RIzal and their gold and blue uniforms. JRU gets first possession. Kagoko. Oh, the pass was perfectly read by Hazul. Hazul bumping. A lot of people falling down the floor. Back the other way. Kagoko taking it strong, and the cannon scores first for JRU.
So quick frenetic action right off the bat. Interesting that Sena's now starting out for JRU. Obviously, Coach RIzal thinks that Letran's center spot is a bit weak. So he will try to get the big men of Letran into foul trouble by trying to go to Sena and Hayes as often as he can.
RIzal misses first shot from the outside, way off, too strong. Now possession back with the Heavy Bombers.
Foronda would pick up a foul right away. That's what I'm talking about, Dre.
They want to get the big man of Letran in foul trouble because they all know that James Sena and JRU has an advantage at the post. Kagoko bring the ball in bounce to JR Sena. Sena having problems with the leather, losing it. Now picks it up. Foronda now over to RIzal. Now Letran can put up some numbers in the scoreboard if they convert this one. Kojak. They go down to the post. Dino Da. Da gets Pralas. Up fake. Getting the foul. Being bailed out. And now let's go over to our first report. Let's see what Coach RIzal has on his mind. Courtesy of Cassie O'Malley to JRU. Cassie.
After making a blowout performance against Letran last Wednesday, JRU finally got what they've long been wishing for, the twice-to-beat advantage. Since it's only been 2 days since their last matchup, some people might think that JRU did just about every play in the book, but you'll be surprised because we've still got some aces up our sleeve that the Knights haven't seen yet. So they better watch out for it. We played a good game before, and we're capable of doing it again. Dre?
Thank you, Cassie, for your Samsung courtside update. With Samsung, imagination lives. Da hitting his first free throw. So let's see. Coach RIzal Vanguardia still has something off his sleeve. That will be scary for Letran, Butch. Now Wilson has it. Yes, yes,
Could be
Butch.
a bit of Saiwar, but you know, defensive breakdown on the part of Letran not helping them. Wilson with a wide open layup. But, you know, Greg, going back to the point you were trying to make, ano ba sina Saiwar naman to coach here?
Oo. Battle of the minds na lang to eh.
I don't think JRU could play any better than they did last Wednesday. Or
Definitely.
otherwise, it will be, as you mentioned, scary.
Second foul now will be called on Maui Pradas.
Second, 2 on the Heavy Bombers. Chody J coming in for Maui Pradas.
That's why John Jay will check in for the first time. Coach RIzal Vanguardia forced to take out Maui Pradas with 2 early personal fouls with 8:29 remaining here in the first. Da fake getting Sena up in the air, and he gets the first foul on James Sena. Now let's go over to the other side, courtesy of Meg Punsalan for Letran. Meg.
The Letran Knights are back to give a different start and a different approach. Now more than ever, the boys are pumped up and ready to get their second win. Coach RIzal instructed the boys to follow the same game plan, but this time they have to do it right. He also said that we have to show the Bombers that we are worth the championship. Let's keep the energy high and let's dictate the tempo. Dre, back to you.
Thank you, Meg, for your Samsung courtside update. With Samsung, imagination lives. So let's see if Letran can do that and dictate the tempo, which they haven't been doing, especially against JRU last Wednesday. And then out for the second, but Granis is there to secure the offensive board. Da will again attack inside, and Da. All at 1 points coming from Double D, Dino Da.
And that's always good for Letran whenever Da is able to get off to a quick start.
Oh. Miscue that time around between Renesis and RJ RIzal. Ball will go back to Jose Rizal. Coach Louie Alas looking so anxious. Of course, he wants to be back to the big dance, but he has to defeat the Heavy Bombers twice. Hayes having problems over to the cannon. Here's Kagoko. Da from behind. Behind the back, but NJ is there to stop Dino Da. Nice transition defense by NJ. Now here's Kagoko stopping, but an offensive foul will be called on the cannon, Mark Kagoko.
Offensive foul, the number 9, Mark Kagoko.
Let's take a look here. Kagoko stopping, thinking about taking it. Then he saw RIzal
And just ran into him.
and this is your Smart Buddy instant replay. Smart Buddy, mean to me. Kagoko disagreeing, and you can see reaction on his face. Didn't like the call, but good call from our officials. Kojak now being guarded by John Wilson. Over to Renisis. 7.5 left here in the first. Azul. Just losing it. We'll take it instead. And he gets his first deuce. RJ, so cool. Azul.
But this is a good sign, once again, for Coach Louis. His main aces on the board early on.
Case having problems with the leather. Kojak gets it.
Letran trying to swarm JRU with their defense early on.
And they are benefiting. And RJ Azul now with 4 points, like what you mentioned. The main man of Coach Louis Alas scoring early. Dino Dan, RJ Azul. And if you're Coach Louis, you have to be happy with what's going on. They're up by 5, 9-4 as we take the Samsung timeout with Samsung. And Knights up early. 9-4 as we just went past by our 7-minute mark. 6 turnovers early for RIzal. Make that 8 now. Kojak stealing 1 from Mark Agoko. Kojak from 3.
Well, so far, RIzal University has not been able to run their offense. They've not been able to establish themselves. And maybe this is a good idea to bring
JR
Bulangis into the game, replacing Mark Agoko, who has been a little bit out of control here in the first 3 minutes.
Da from Rojas Boulevard hitting that three-pointer, and he is on a mission right now. He now has 8. Sena. You know, JRU's been rushing their offense, but like what you mentioned, they don't have time to set up.
Well, that's because Letran's making it difficult for the guards to orchestrate, because there's always somebody in their face.
Agas will check in for the first time.
Eric Agas coming in for Chodu J.
Chody John J will go back to the bench.
21 seconds, shot clock.
Ariel Vanguardia going with a longer backcourt with Agas, Bulangis, and Wilson.
Wilson called for his first personal. Now they're in the penalty, so foul trouble.
Right now, the problem with the Bombers is that they're more concerned with complaining about the calls instead of just focusing on the game at hand.
Another Knight back at the line. It's Kojak Miligrito.
Trying to become the third Letran player to get into the scorer's picture right now.
Missing his first, though.
There's Boyet Bautista, former Knight himself. Da with 8, Azul with 4.
Yes, another former Knight, of course, Mark Andaya.
From the 2005 championship team.
Yes, the championship team. And of course, this team, composed of Daa, Azul, Guevara, and company, wants to attain the same thing and make it to the finals. But first, they have to defeat JRU twice. Agas having problems. Still JRU having problems taking care of the leather, but they were bailed out with a foul that time around.
But that'll be the second foul on John Foronda, which means Jam Cortez will have to come in
Mark Agoko coming
early
in for
for
John Wilson.
Coach Louis Alas.
Probably take on the task in defending JR Sena. So let's see if JRU can capitalize and take advantage of the advantage that Sena has on Jam Cortez. Agoko over to Bulangis. Now Bulangis will try to orchestrate the offense for JRU, which we haven't seen for the past how many minutes since we began this game. Bulangis.
Did well on that attempt.
So still, Letran's defense giving problems to JRU. They have the leather. Renisis giving up his dribble. Now to Miligrito. Kojak seeing an opening. That kick out to Dino Da for his second three-pointer. Too strong, but Kojak is there. They don't call it power point for nothing.
Now it's an 11-point Letran lead here in the early going. Shades of contrast with the game last Wednesday.
That's true, Butch. Agas being given some room from the outside. No, Jam Cortez is there to grab the board. A little bit of color between Agas and Cortez. But the officials letting the boys play it out.
17 seconds on the shot clock.
17 ticks on the shot clock. RJ Azul.
And the third member of the Letran scoring troika just about ready to come in.
Ray Guevara.
That's right, Ray
coming in for
Guevara
the
checking in for
Regis.
Regin Ranisis.
And Captain Kirk Del Rosario
Kirk Del Rosario coming in for Kojak Miligrito.
coming in for Kojak Miligrito.
Shot clock at 17 seconds.
You know, if you take a look at the lineups of both these squads, you know, some people say that JRU is a lot deeper, but no. Letran also has a deep lineup, consists of a lot of veterans.
Yes, actually that's what it is. What they do have is experience. Maybe not as much in terms of talent and star power, but what they do have is experience.
Jab Cortez for the offensive board, and it's good.
Cortez.
This is what they need to do, and they haven't done last Wednesday to grab and secure the offensive boards for second tries, second chance points like that. This is now the biggest lead, 17-4, 13-point margin. They go down to JR Sena, foul call down below. Floyd Dedicatoria, also supporting his alma mater.
Former JRU player
3 on the
from
night.
about 2 years ago.
RIzal has been scoreless, Butch, for the past 4 minutes. JR Sena down low, and there you go.
James Sena.
When the Heavy Bombers are dry, they go down low to Sena, and why not?
Well, that time around, Dino Da was caught guarding Sena, and that's a mismatch.
Leather will stay with Letran,
15 seconds on the shot clock.
but nice hustle from Mr. Hustle himself, Marvin Hayes. That's what he does on the court for Ariel Vanguardia. Del Rosario, now to Da. Da has the hot hand for Letran. He takes it. Who will get the board? And Hayes does. Over to Bulangis. Bulangis now says, let's stop and set up, but McCannon has other things in mind. No. Rada make that Agas falling down to the floor hard. The Leather will go back to the blue shirts. With 4 and 8 remaining here in the first quarter. Thank you for joining us live on Studio 23. Andre Felix, Butch Maniego, along with Casio Mari and Meg Punzalan. Del Rosario over to Ray Guevara. Back to him. The jumper by Ray, but he was fouled. Actually, no, foul away from the ball.
Yes.
Looks like on Bulangis.
Foul for JR Bulangis.
RJ will go to the line.
Trying to shadow RJ Azul was
John
not
Wilson coming in
even
for
involved in that particular sequence.
Ranisis will check in. He'll check back in for Dino Da.
2 shots for
Dino Da getting
RJ
some
Azul.
instructions from Coach Luyalas, and Agas will go back to the bench. John Wilson back on the floor for Coach Ariel Vanguardia.
Well, as the games grow in importance, the rotations are expected to become shorter for each team. When they used to play 11, 12 players during the elimination round, expect them to go no more than 8 or 9 deep, 10 at the most, perhaps, in a game like this.
RJ getting both free throws.
Jason Nokom coming in for James Sena.
Now Jason Nokom, one of the veterans for Coach Ariel Vanguardia, checking in for the first time, and he gives Sena a breather. 19-6 is our tally. Still a 13-point lead for Letran. Nokom having problems with the Leather, but he crosses the timeline. Now over to Pagojo. Pagojo getting that pick from Marvin Hayes. And Ranisis will be called for another personal foul.
I
think that's just his first.
His first 4 on the night.
14 fouls now for Letran. 3 and 39 remaining here in the first quarter. This is our main game, the Final Four. Earlier, if you weren't able to catch it, San Beda bowing down to Mapua with just by 2 points. Now here's Kagogo all the way. And this is the right mindset if you're Mark Kagogo, taking it strong to the hole, being aggressive. Now he will head to the line for 2 shots. Ranisis called for a second personal foul. Both teams now at the penalties. Coach Ariel Vanguardia, second time to be in the Final Four. Last time the Bombers won the title was way back in 1972. So you can imagine the hunger of the whole JRU community.
Force Philip Cesar was perhaps the most famous player from that
team, yes.
Team.
The champion team back in 1972. Of course, Letran just grabbing the title 3 years ago. Oh, Violet, like you mentioned, with the likes of Mark Andaya, catapulting them to the title. The lead has been trimmed down to 11. Kago hitting both free throws. 19-8 is her score. Del Rosario being guarded by a bigger Wilson. Over to Ray Guevara. Guevara looking for Azul. Azul. Oh, quick hands by the cannon. Now Kago gives it over to Bulangis. Bulangis to Hayes. Now Heavy Bombers can set up. Kago way outside.
Maybe some bad shot selections on the part of JRU hampering their effort to come back in this ball game. They have been able to force some turnovers and get the ball, but
they're so eager to trim down the lead right away by taking those outside shots.
Taking 4 shots.
RJ getting that foul from Marvin Hayes. He will head back to the line for 2. Hayes called for his first personal.
Both teams are in the penalty now, Dre.
Another timeout on the floor called by Coach Louie Alas. They're still ahead by 11, but
Motivate you coming into this ball game?
Wala naman. Sabi lang, we must be willing to die and fight till the end ng game, until the last second. Ayun.
of course, very clear, simple words, but straight to the point. Coach Louie Alas telling his boys, just go and win, basically. Go for the ball, and RJ and Azul and company so far doing a good job. They're up by 11. Da back on the floor for Regine Ranisis. Da scoring already 8 of the 19 points of Letran.
Letran still missing the services of Alvin Cabonce and Latonio. That's Marco Fajardo.
Marco Fajardo and
Rodriguez.
yes, Eric Rodriguez.
They're from JRU and Letran, respectively.
RJ Azul for 2 free throws.
And then they became teammates after college.
Yeah, that's right. Wins John Te.
Another former heavy bomber.
Definitely also a bomber. So, now those guys who play in the pros, the amateur leagues, still supporting their respective squads and their alma maters. This is the Final Four. JRU with a twice-to-beat advantage. 12-point lead, though, for Letran.
But sometimes nailing down that final win to get into the championship, sometimes the hardest one to get.
Oh, yes. It's a lot harder than it seems, as Kagoko still nil from the outside. Del Rosario cross-court to Da. Almost losing the handle. There's Ray Guevara taking it strong to the hole. No, NJ's there to stop it. Kagoko running, surveying the field.
What JRU needs to do right now is try to establish the low post game. Sena's been there for the longest time, but hasn't really been getting the ball much.
John Jay. And John Jay. The resilience of this kid. Look at the expression. And there he is.
That fire in his eyes.
Burning. Of course, this is brought to you by Smart Buddy Mina Me. 2 Knights cannot stop Jay. And he has the hops down low. That's why he will head the line for a bonus free throw. Gathering his troops and telling his troops to fire up. Let's make it to the big dance. Let's not extend this one till Monday.
Eric Agas coming in for JR
Eric Agas will be back on the floor. Jer Bulangis will head back to the bench. So a little bit of shuffling here and there for Coach Ariel Vanguardia. For Del Rosario, over now to Guevara. To Del Rosario. Back to Ray.
11 seconds on the shot
11
clock.
ticks on their shot clock. Wilson tapping the ball, but Leather will stay with Letran. Kojak Miligrito.
Ray Guevara was
Shot clock at 11
has
seconds.
not been on the floor all that much, but he's been pulled out all of a sudden.
So Coach Louis Alas going to a smaller guard lineup with Miligrito, Azul, and Del Rosario. Agas against Azul. Azul. The step back is good, and RJ just makes it look so easy to do.
RJ Azul seemingly telling us that rebounding is overrated, Ray.
And Jay forcing that one, but there's Senna for the putback.
Senna!
Senna now has 4, 22-13. Single-digit lead for Letran. Da. Call for steps. Naunang galaw dun eh. He's too eager to drive strong to the hole, seeing a mismatch. Call for travel. A minute and 7 seconds remaining. Agoko seeing an opening, taking it strong to the hole. He's now 1 of 5 from the field. RJ stopping, popping all day to take it. No, Da is there against Jay. And John Jay, he may not be the tallest man on the floor, but sure has those sprints to get the defensive board. Agoko getting that pick from Jay. He goes down low. James Senna. Agoko still from the outside. He is 0 of 4 from beyond the arc.
Letran with big differential between the game clock and the shot clock, about 5 seconds. You have to shoot. You cannot waste all the time in this quarter.
RJ, the pass down low to Jam. Cortez, great look from Azul to Cortez. So Azul doing everything, scoring and dishing out, looking for his teammates. Agas all the way. And nice rudder teardrop for
Eric Agas.
Agas at the end of the first quarter, but still Letran is in the driver's seat, 24-15, 9-point lead. As we take a look at RJ Azul with this great-looking step back, and he is indeed the one cooking up the delicious plays for KFC. Kurt Colonel of the first quarter for Letran. His finger licking good, and now time to recharge, refuel, and replenish with Gatorade. Agoko taking it strong to the hole. His lone field goal here in the first quarter. Da still aggressive and being aggressive. If they lose today, that is it for them. They're 24-15 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be back with the second. Stay with us. It's the second quarter of this main game, Letran and JRU. During the break, John Jay called for a personal foul. From the outside, Kojak Miligrito.
And they continue to pile on the points. First quarter, Letran already with 24 in the first quarter. And remember, they were held to only a low 53 for the entire game in the first in
last
the
Wednesday.
previous meeting last Wednesday. So
Yeah,
at this point, they're already halfway there.
that's right. And ironically, last Wednesday, the score at the end of the first quarter was 25-11. But it was the other way around. Kojak again from the outside. It was 25 for JRU and 11 for Letran. So big turnaround in this game. Agas will try from the outside. Cortez is there. Dangkal heading it over to Miligrito. Now they go down low to double D. Da against Choru John Jay. Da muscling his way. John Jay getting that one in. Nice go-ahead pass to Eric Agas.
Now that's the way JRU really plays. You know, they usually try to create their offense from their defense. But right now it was the other way around up to this point. You know, they're hoping that their three-point shots would fall, but they're not.
Kojak in traffic. Possession will stay with Letran. And speaking of outside shooting, not working for JRU. They haven't scored from the outside as compared to 14 outside points from Letran. As take a look at this great Jolly hot dog assist on the go. Jolly bilang hap sarap, bida sa lahat.
On the shot clock. 10 seconds to shoot.
10 ticks on their 24. Azul will bring the ball in bounds at the baseline. Dankal taking time, squaring up.
Well, he was given all day to shoot, and he just had to take up the offer.
Now let's go over back to Cassie O'Malley for JRU. Cassie?
This is a do-or-die game for Letran, so the Bombers must expect that the Knights will exhaust all of their efforts today and do their very best to get back up from a big fall. But of course, JRU will do their best to assure that Letran stays down by sustaining their aggressiveness and making good decisions versus the press of the Letran Knights. Remember, it's still early in the game. We must not rush our offensive plays. Dre?
Thank you, Cassie, for your Samsung courtside update with Samsung Imagination Lives. Coach Ariel Vanguardia making it clear to his boys to not rush their offense as what they did in the first quarter. John Foronda called for his third personal foul now. Bad news for Coach Louie Alas.
Louie Alas taking Foronda aside as if to tell him, look, we already had a perfect defense on defensive blanket on Wilson earlier, and then you came over and committed a foul. Not only does that stop us and give them momentum, allows Wilson to get his points.
There's the cannon, Mark Kagoko at the bench.
Looks like Wilson had to get rid of a necklace that was
yes,
that
scapular
he was wearing.
yes.
Oh, scapular, and had to give it to a loved one on the sidelines.
I thought he was going to throw it to us. Dankal, now a press being employed by JRU. Some problems for Letran, and it works for the Heavy Bombers. Agas gets Dankal, the spin, but turnover. Azul. Another turnover. Back the other way we go. Wilson was stopped, and an unsportsmanlike foul will be called on Ray Dankal.
Unsportsmanlike foul for Ray Dankal.
This will mean 2 free throws plus possession.
Kojak Miligrito coming in for Ray Dankal.
Kojak Miligrito will be back in for Ray Dankal as we take a look here for your smart buddy and some replay, me na me. John Wilson, Dankal. And Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Look at the expression on his face as Wilson misses his first attempt at the line. Coach Louie Alas also furious at Dankal, saying, we're ahead, what are you doing? And now let's go back to Letran side, courtesy of Meg. Meg?
The Letran Knights might be on the lead, but Coach Louie Alas reminded the boys that it is just the start of it all. He also added that the Knights has to increase more intensity and that the perimeter guys should know their position better. Be in control, but stay excited. Dre, back to you.
Thank you, Meg, for your Samsung courtside update with Samsung Imagination Lives. Wilson hitting 1 of 2 at the line, cutting the lead to 7 now. And the Heavy Bombers have a chance to trip this lead even down. And another foul called. This time it will be on RJ Azul.
RJ Azul, his first 3 on the Knights.
3 team fouls now for Letran. First personal on RJ. Bulangis seeing an opening to the middle. So a little bit of color between blue and yellow. And Coach Louie Alas gathering his troops.
I think Louie Alas is starting to sense that the tide is turning a little bit, that the momentum is shifting slowly towards the JRU side. And that's why he wants his players to be aware that, they may have built an early lead, but that may not be enough.
That's true, Butch. But Bulangis missing the free throw. JR Bulangis, and there's Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Napakamot na lang siya eh. Of course, JR Bulangis is averaging 4.5 a game during the eliminations, missing both free throws. But last Wednesday, he stepped up big with 14 points. Double lane violations, possession arrow will stay with JRU. So the breaks still in favor of the Heavy Bombers. They've had their chances to trim this lead down, and they can't trim it down to 5 or 4. They go down low to James Sena. Sena, strong inside, getting another foul. If this is on Foronda, more bad news for Coach Louie Alas. This will be number 4 on Foronda if it is on John Foronda. But it is on Dino Da.
His second.
2 personal fouls now on Dino.
2 shots for James Sena.
So unti-unti, tamang sabi mo, Butch, unti-unti, the momentum is shifting to JRU's side.
However, they have not been making their free throws until now.
James Sena scoring 15 points last Wednesday.
Of course, you look at Agas, and you see that green bandage he has. It's not a fashion statement. Actually, I think one of those new fangled devices.
Yeah. And John Wilson is stopping, popping from the outside. No. Kojak off and running. RJ thought about it. And RJ says, let's set up. RJ taking it strong. The kick out to double D. Da. Go closer. The jumper way short. Kojak is there. No. Center with a board.
Some opportunities being, not taken advantage of by Letran at this stage of the game. That's why the lead's down to 5.
And it can even be trimmed down as Wilson takes it from the outside. No, battle for the leather. Hayes gets it, and he takes it strong to the hole. The whole JRU bench asking for a foul, but still, nevertheless, the lead has been trimmed down to 3. The biggest of Letran was at 13.
Solid effort being displayed by JRU at this juncture.
The whole Letran crowd now quiet. Didn't know what hit them.
And Bulang is caught reaching in against RIzal.
Pierre Bulang is called for a second personal. Take a look here for Smart Buddy and some replay. Smart Buddy me. Marvin Hayes being right place at the right time. This is what he does. That's why he is called Mr. Hustle. The man, that might have been Mr. Hustle Hayes. RJ. Dino Da. Da. Decides to take it from the outside. And he gets the lucky bounce.
That was a good break for Letran, because if he had missed that one, JRU could have cut the lead much further. Instead, Letran once again meron silang konting breathing room.
At 6. John Cortez called for the foul. Then established the position. John Wilson will head back to the free throw line. Cortez called for his second personal foul.
Last time JRU was in the finals, JR Bulangis was still in grade school. So JR, anong gagawin nyo para makaabante kayo agad sa finals?
Stay kami sa game plan namin ngayon, tsaka ma-break namin yung press nila, tsaka ma-execute namin yung offense namin, tsaka ma-limit namin yung scorer nila like Dino Da at RIzal.
JR Bulangis indeed playing big last Wednesday with 14 points for JRU.
More importantly, Bulangis really plays a key role for JRU, because not only does he orchestrate the offense, he's also at the point of the defense, usually picking up the best scorer of the other team. John Wilson's been missing his free throws. He's been typifying their gung-ho, aggressive attitude on the floor. But so far, it hasn't translated to points for him.
Mark Logo coming in for John Wilson. Shodu J for Eric Agas.
So Agas and Wilson go out. NJ and Kagoko will come back in.
30-25, still a 5-point lead for Letran. Kojak handing it off to RJ Hazul. John J guarding him. Now to Da. Da with 8 ticks on her 24. Ray Guevara taking it strong to the hole and in and out for Ray Guevara. Sorry break that time around for the Knights.
But it's good for Coach Ruialas to see Guevara trying to sky once again because he's been settling for his outside shots for most of this season.
Yun talaga yung laro ni Ray Guevara, using his hops. Jay will take it from the outside. No, Da is there to secure the board. Just his second rebound of this game. Azul over to Da. The kick out to Ray Guevara from the outside. No. Jam Cortez trying to go for the rebound, but Sena is there. Bulangis over to Hayes. All alone, and it's good. Marvin Hayes.
From JRU.
Well, Hayes coming up with some big baskets here in this crucial game. Lead is down to 3 now for Letran.
Jam Cortez. Kick out to Kojak. Kojak decides to take it from the outside. Sena.
Well, that zone defense of JRU making or turning Letran into a jump shooting team. And right now, those shots are not falling for the Knights.
30 to 27, 4 and 12 left here in the first half. Sena, the kick out to John Jay, to Bulangis. He can tie it up. Ray Guevara securing the rebound. Over to RJ. Azul now. Da at the corner. Takes it to his right. Da. Now Miligrito has it. Oh, miscue between Miligrito and Ray Guevara. Kirk Del Rosario will come back to the floor for Kojak Miligrito.
Raycon Kabigding for JR Bulangis.
Raycon Kabigding will come in for the first time in this game. Now he sends out Bulangis. A steal by Da all the way. A mislapse between Hayes and Kagoko.
But those are lazy inbound that Da read and chased after, and it paid off.
There's John Jay. Jay, nice bounce pass to Kabigding. He got his man in the air. That was Cortez, who fell for the fake of Kabigding. And instant points off the bench for Coach Ariel Vanguardia.
So nasasayang lang yung ibang defensive efforts ng Letran dahil hindi sila nakakabalik agad sa depensa, Dre.
Nice stop there by Hayes. Again, things can be tied up here with a 3. Kagoko, they go down low to big man Sena, who finds open Hayes in the middle, and it's good.
Well, Sena coming out a little bit, Dre, you know, from deep inside the post. And, you know, when the big men of Letran follow him, that allows Hayes to use his quickness against the other big man of Letran.
Mr. Jolly Hot Dog assist on the go. Jolly bilang hapsarap, bida sa lahat. Another timeout call on the floor with Samsung Imagination Lips.
The C2 difference. Made from natural green tea leaves, not from powder. Brewed and bottled on the same day. Capturing the healthy goodness of green tea. C2, a better life. More than just helping you slim down, regular intake of green tea helps you live strong, live long, live well. C2 Health. C2 Green Tea.
Take time out with your fave NCAA bowlers.
Dancing. You will give a lifetime of stability. Bili muna ako ng house and lot. Tulungan ko yung pamilya ko. Ipapasyal ko yung buong pamilya ko sa buong mundo. Siguro wagaya ako ni Superman. Teleportation. Para makapunta ako sa iba't ibang lugar na gusto kong punta.
You just played ball with the stars of the NCAA and Smart Buddy, Me na Me. Watch the games live or view clips of the season's most exciting games on your 3G phones.
Well, back live from the Cuneta Astrodome here in Pasay City, live on Studio 23. And Letran, just 2 points in the last 3 minutes. The biggest lead they had was at 13, but now it has been cut down to 1, 32 to 31. Less than 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Letran fighting for their lives and try to make it to the finals once more, but they have to defeat JRU twice. One today, and they have to beat them again on Monday if they win today. So this is like, of course, what we mentioned, a best-of-3 series since the two teams met last Wednesday for that twice-to-beat advantage, and JRU has that edge. Hayes not completing a three-point play, not being able to tie it up.
So Letran's nearly given back all of that big lead that they established in the first quarter and a half.
Now Da losing it. A big ding falls to the floor. A lot of bodies on the floor. Who will get clear possession of the leather?
Jump ball. Possession for the Letran Knights.
Possession arrow pointing to the Knights. Let's take a look here. Da falls down. Big Ding is there on top of him. Del Rosario joins in, and Marvin Hayes also tries to grab the leather. So it'll be a jump ball possession arrow pointing to Letran.
But you can see how important this ball game is as players not hesitating to topple over each other.
Of course, if you're JRU, you want to finish it today, just wait on Monday. I mean, for who you will battle on Wednesday. Azul taking it strong to the hole. Nice dipsy do by RJ Azul.
One of the rare times that Letran is able to get into the paint here in the second period.
Another turnover? No. Oh, yes, another unforced error. Actually, no. Nice defense being shown by Letran, so they force an error, that is. Apologize, and JRU, another turnover for them. And take a look at this great move, great drive, but RJ beneath in pay. RJ now has 11.
Bit of hang time by Azul,
which we don't see much from so cool Azul. Now Ray Guevara, high post to Da against Marvin Hayes. Da barging in, kick out to Azul. Azul against Kagoko. RJ trying to get rid of Kagoko. He takes the long one, no. Senna with a board, and sloppy foul called on Dino Da.
It's going to be 2 shots.
Penalty.
Yes, they're ready in the penalty.
Third foul on
They've
Dino
committed
Da.
18 fouls and 3 personal fouls already for Dino Da.
2 free throws for James Senna.
So Coach Louie Alas will have to dig deeper in his bench. He will bring in another for on that. That is Clarence.
They are really missing Alvin Cabonce and his huge frame inside.
Missing him badly indeed. I was taking a look at Jared Bulanges. Still scoreless in this game. He provided a great spark for JRU.
Using numbers of Senna. He's about halfway through a regular day at the office. 7.7 rebounds already, and we're still in the first half.
3 of 4 at the line. JR Senna. There's Ray Guevara. Trying to rush down to the court, taking it strong, but there's James Senna. He thought it was all ball, but a foul will be called on JR Senna.
Knocking foul to number 15, James Senna.
Second personal,
His
13
second.
foul.
Jason Nucco coming in for James Senna.
So Senna will get a brief rest, probably for the remainder of the first
Ray
half,
Guevara.
with Jason Nocom coming in to spell him.
In and out for Ray Guevara. Guevara still scoreless in this game.
And he's been struggling today. Fortunately for Letran, Azul and Da have picked up the scoring cudgels, but they will still need some help from Ray Guevara.
He splits his charities, his first point in this game. Less than 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Del Rosario guarding Mark Kagoko. Kagoko walling the play for the Heavy Bombers. Kagoko over to Hayes. Hayes against Cortez. Back to Mark Kagoko. Kagoko will take it again from the outside.
And the three-point shooting of JRU has been non-existent so far today.
Kagoko still hasn't converted any baskets from the outside.
Turnover once again by the Knights.
A foul away from the ball. An offensive foul. Looks like it will be called on Raycon Cabigting.
Offensive foul, number 7, Raycon Cabigting.
His first, 14th foul on the Heavy Bombers.
4 on the Heavy Bombers. Maui Pradas
will be back on the floor for Raycon Cabigting.
Pradas has been off the floor for quite a spell. Started out this game, played a few minutes, then has not been seen until now.
That's right. He has had a long rest.
And Pradas is usually the guy who jump starts their three-point shooting.
RJ against John Wilson now. RJ Hazul trying to get rid of a man. Down low to Clarence Foronda. No, there's John Wilson. Wilson.
Lost control of the dribble.
Back the other way. Here's RJ. RJ bounce pass to Clarence. Clarence, no, still.
Final seconds ticking away of the second period.
Steal by RJ, but he was stepping on the line.
3 seconds on the shot clock for JRU when they inbound.
3 seconds on the shot clock. 3 seconds to shoot.
Let's see if they will try to get the ball to Kagoko.
Kagoko in and out. 6 seconds left here in the first half. RJ doesn't have time. He takes it from the outside. No, and that's the end of the first half. 35 for Letran, 32 for JRU. JRU will try to finish this one off and head to the finals, but Hazul and the Knights have other things in mind. Great tipsy-do, and he has our KFC Kurt Colonel of the second quarter just cooking up this great and delicious play for our KFC. Kurt Colonel, finger looking good. Now recharge, refuel, and replenish with Gatorade.
Well, JRU with a sparkling comeback at the start of the second period to make a game of this.
Keeping it close, that's right. Halftime analysis and a lot more coming up after the break. And welcome back to the Gannett Astrodome. And there you go, the Samsung cheerleading exhibition. The champions for this year, JRU Pep Squad, showing us why they are the champions. But right now, the Heavy Bombers are down by 3, 35-32 in favor of the Letran Knights. Good afternoon, Philippines. Andre Felix Butch Maniego for ABS-CBN Sports as we take a look now at our halftime stats. Butch.
Bombers shooting just a bit better percentage-wise, but Letran with the edge in rebounding and second chance points, as well as turnovers. So Letran doing the little things that usually help win games, but you know, they did lose their focus a bit in the second period, allowing JRU to come back after they were down by as many as 13.
JRU hasn't converted any of their three-point attempts. 0 of 12 from beyond the arc, to be exact. 3 of 13 for Letran. Second quarter free throws have also been the story. 1 of 2 for Letran, 7 of 13 for JRU. That's why JRU has been able to keep it close. James Sena still leading the way, still doing what he does, scoring 7 points. But Da and Hazul answers back for Letran. Da has 13, Hazul has 11. The guy whom we talked about earlier on top of this coverage, Ray Guevara, still absent. But Miligrito stepping up, Sena, Wilson, and Hayes for JRU.
But as we mentioned, what has been missing from JRU in the first half is their three-point shooting. you know, guys like Wilson, Kagoko, they make a living from beyond the arc. They have not delivered so far. Instead, JRU has concentrated on pounding the ball inside to their big men like Senna and Hayes. Wilson, most of his points, instead coming from the line or from layups.
Letran, of course, last time they were at the finals, which was just last year against San Beda, and San Beda falling and bowing down to Mapua earlier just by 2 points. That's why Mapua has extended that series till Monday for a do-or-die matchup.
And I was telling the guys downstairs that this is the first time in 3 years that San Beda will actually be playing a game in which they will be facing elimination.
Yes, that's right. Outside shooting for JRU has been nil. Nothing from the outside. All their points scoring from the inside or the free throw. 10 of 16 from the line, 22 points inside scoring. Letran converting their outside shots, 17 from the outside, 10 from inside.
That was what I was telling you at halftime, Andre, that, you know, JRU should not feel so bad. They're only down by 3. Their outside shooting has not even started to fall.
That's right. We go down low right away to James Senna. I'm talking about JRU. Pushing foul called on Regine Ranices.
It's a matter of knowing which side of the bread is buttered, Dre. And they know that James Senna really makes life difficult for the big men of Letran. In fact, John Ferronda has already picked up 3 fouls.
Senna, decent free throw shooter, roughly 80%. Now has 8. Senna, 4 of 5 at the line today. Make that now 5 of 6. Cutting that lead again to 1. We've just had 1 lead change and a single deadlock when both teams were knotted at 2. Foul.
And fouled.
It's like it will be on Senna. That'll be James Senna's 3rd.
Hayes is actually a pretty good defender, but he's having a hard time against Daa, who is equally as strong, but probably more shifty, especially on the offensive end.
Nahihirapan si Hayes na single coverage din si Daa.
That's true.
Daa now converting at the line. Dino Daa, 3 of 5 at the stripe today.
You know, I think, you know, when you're defending Dino Daa, you just have to figure out these first few minutes, because if he doesn't heat up early on, chances are you'll have a good day defending him, because, you know, he has a tendency to shut himself out, you know, and not be productive. But once he gets going early on, you know you're in for a long afternoon.
They go down low again to Senna against Ferronda. Over now to Marvin Hayes. Great spin by Hayes. Oh, nice block by Regine Ranices.
Good help defense on the part of Ranices.
Now let's listen in to what Coach Lou Adams told his boys at a half. Now courtesy of Meg Punzalan. Meg?
In the dugout, Coach Louis Alas reminded the boys to be more patient and be more selfless. He also added that this game is very important. Talking about adjustments, he said that the Knights has to attack even harder. Let us use our strength to slow down this game. Gray, back to you.
Thank you, Meg, for Samson courtside update. Great run that time for Letran. Ferronda scoring, and Miligrito finding him down low. That's Ferronda. And it's his first 2 points off this game. Now a press being applied here by Letran. Bulangis forcing that one. No, Ranices with another rebound.
You have to understand that, you know, JRU has not been in the finals in 7 years. They have not won the championship since 72. They are, generally speaking, the hungrier team. But, you know, for Letran, it's been a matter of pride to always do well year in and year out. And that's why they're trying to make the finals once again this season, after having been there already last year.
Bradas will try from the outside.
Still the outside shooting of JRU not working at all.
Nice steal by Bulangis, taking it strong all the way to the hole.
Normally, you would say that's a bad shot because it was a 3-on-1 break, and Bulangis still persisted. But he wanted, I think, to get on the board to get his confidence up.
Cutting that lead back to 2. The next dead ball situation, John Wilson will check in for Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Azul, the kick out to Kojak. 6 takes on her 24. Kojak, ball away, no. A foul for the leather and an offensive rebound by Azul being hounded by Mark Kagoko.
And that will be a foul on Kagoko.
Too close for comfort that time around for Mark Kagoko. Now let's take a look at our Jolly Hot Dog as he's on the go. Miligrito finding a wide open. Too late for defense that time. Marvin Hayes, Jollibee Hapsarap, Bida sa lahat. Now for a Smart Buddy instant replay. Smart Buddy Minami to steal by Bulangis. Hang time for JR Bulangis. Like what you mentioned, trying to get his confidence up.
Wilson in the ballgame now replacing Pradas once again, who goes out in the first 2.5 minutes of play.
Kojak, they go down low to Dino Da. High post against Marvin Hayes. Let's see if Hayes will defend that to Foronda. Foronda taking it strong, forced his shot that time. Pass perfectly read by Azul. Nice, big, nice walk, nice move for RJ. So cool.
That
Azul.
is perfect. The great anticipation on defense to pick off the pass and then completing it with a difficult layup. Solo effort on the part of RJ Azul.
That's why this guy is so tough to guard. You don't know if he's going to take the outside shot. He thought about it. His man stopped at Senna, taking it strong to the hole, and RJ using some body language there, some English to kiss the leather on the basket. Now let's go to Cassie O'Malley for JRU. Cassie.
Coach Ariel Vanguardia repeatedly told the Bombers to keep the faith in themselves and told them to have belief in him when he says, I promise that I will take you to the finals and just have trust in me and follow my instructions. But Coach Ariel was very disappointed that in the first half, hardly any extra passes were made. And it shows because the Bombers only had 5 assists. They must make an effort to get open, and it's very important to meet the ball. Jay?
Thank you, Cassie, for the Samsung courtside update. Daa too strong, and now a little bit of flavor between Miligrito and Senna. Bulangis. Oh, nice deflection by Da. Earlier, Coach Ariel Vanguardia, after that basket of Senna, edging on the crowd of JRU, telling the crowd, come up, go up with your feet, and cheer for the Heavy Bombers. The lead has been down to 2, 40-38. Last time JRU led way back in the first quarter, 42. Bulangis all the way, no. Off and running, Kojak. Miligrito scores.
The aggressiveness now being displayed by Letran. They do know their backs are against the wall, and they're coming up big.
Timeout call by Coach. Imagination lifts. Chris Kirby Raimundo, of course, used to play for Letran. Smiling, and you know, I just want to mention, and of course, Sir Freddie Webb, sporting Letran.
Another former Letran Knight, but of different generations.
Yes, that's right. You know, last Wednesday, nung kinunan si Kirby, sabi ni Coach Alan, kamukha daw ni Larry, our floor director, Larry Diang, and si Kirby Raimundo. And when Kirby was asking who Larry is, and Coach Alan pointed Larry, sinapak niya eh. Back in the game we go though. Oh, nice stop.
Letran's defense is coming up big here in the third period, and it's generating some offense, but not that time.
Foronda will stop on the other end
by Hayes.
18 seconds on the shot clock.
Great transition defense by JRU, specifically Marvin Hayes. Here's Da. Over to Kojak. Kojak against Mark Kagoko. Asking for the pick, he won't use it. Foul away from the leather will be called on John Wilson. Wilson's third team foul on JRU.
Foul, number 8, John Wilson. His second, 3 on the Heavy Bombers.
And of course,
Jonathan Aldave.
Yes, Jonathan Aldave.
We haven't seen him in a while.
So you see all these people who used to play for their alma maters, their respective alma maters. All the alumni supporting either the Knights or the Heavy Bombers. Coach Ariel Manguardia giving instructions.
Actually, so for some of these guys who are still like playing the PBL, they're watching some of their teammates play. Like RIzal and James Sen are actually teammates in the PBL.
That's right. How ironic. John Wilson, nice move all the way. We haven't seen John Wilson. That's his first 2 points here in the third quarter. He has a total of 8. Azul attacking it strong to the hole. And Azul has the right mindset, just being aggressive on both sides of the floor. He will head back to the line for 2. Bulangas will be called for his third personal. Let's take a look at John Wilson. This is what John Wilson has mastered throughout the years. The NCAA. Binubomba pa yung bola eh.
Si Bad Boy talaga yan.
2 free throws for RIzal.
Bad boy, a white man who can jump. RIzal.
Self-proclaimed Robin Padilla of the NCAA.
4 out of 5 at the line now. RIzal wants to get back to the finals. Of course, Mr. Paul Supan looking anxious.
As always.
Yes, calling me as his lucky charm. But on the other end, Father Vic Calvo and the rest of Letran, there he is, right on cue. Thank you, Director Abin Ramos. Also calling me a lucky charm, so I don't know whose lucky charm am I.
Oh, Dre, I'm sure you're somebody's lucky charm.
I hope it's not Larry's. Marvin Hayes now, crushing it. Pulling it back, now being outed by 2 blue shirts, forcing a turnover. Who will clear possession of the leather? JRU does. Wide open, John Wilson was there. Didn't take the outside shot, taking it strong to the hole, losing it. Ferronda is there for the leather. Almost a turnover.
Almost for Agas. Ran out of space.
Both crowds getting into the action now.
4-point lead for Letran. It's been close throughout this third quarter. Letran has not yielded the lead, but JRU's been clawing at them.
Raycon Kabigting back on the floor for John Wilson. And RIzal will sit out, go to the bench for Letran.
And some people, probably students, continue to stream in to catch the final quarter and a half of this game, probably straight from classes.
Turnover for Letran. Kagoko has it. Pushing it. Over to Agas. Back to the cannonball. Mark Kagoko. Hayes. Raycon Kabigting, the jumper. No. But Hayes, Mr. Hustle, with the offensive rebound. Possession will stay with JRU.
23 seconds on the shot clock.
JRU has had their chances to tie this ball game up and take control of the lead.
But Letran has proven very resilient.
Agoko. Against Miligrito. Agoko. Nokom will try from the outside. Try to back it in. No go. Here's Kirk Del Rosario now. Del Rosario waiting for some teammates. And they will set things up. Ranisis over to Dino Da. Da to Ranisis from the outside. It's good for Regis Ranisis. I've been watching the body language of Ranisis, and he's been showing that he wanted to take it from the outside. That time he converted. Kabigting will try to answer back, and he does.
And that's the first outside shot we've seen from JRU today. And ironically, it comes from reserve Raycon Kabigting.
Dino Da has it now. Over to Miligrito. Kojak losing it. Oh, nice recovery by Kirk Del Rosario, but will that count? No, he was stepping on the line. Ranisis for this three-pointer.
Well, we've always...
And Kabigting will answer back.
We've always had the suspicion that Ranisis had the range. just that he proves it today.
And has that confidence to take it from the outside. 3 men coming back in for Letran. That's RIzal, Guevara, and I believe Foronda. Johnny John Jay.
More hustle on the part of JRU. I think that's Noko who got the ball back.
Kagoko. Step back, the jumper short.
Kabigting was the one who kept that ball alive.
It is alive indeed for JRU, 47-43. Almost 2.5 left here in the third quarter. Kagoko decides to take it way short, and Kagoko has been struggling from the outside. A foul by Raycon Kabigting on Del Rosario.
This is a problem whenever guys like Hayes and Senna go out. You know, there is a bit of disarray in the offense of JRU because they're not really sure who to go to.
That's right. Who will be there? Astrodome in the Final Four. And earlier, Coach M, the score was 53 for Mapua, 51 for San Beda. Great win. Of course, we all know that Mapua also defeated San Beda once in the eliminations.
So that means the Cardinals have beaten the Red Lions 2 of 3 so far this season. But the big one is on Monday. Then makakaalam-alaman na.
Oh. We all know San Beda is a lot different when it comes to the playoffs and in the Final Four. They tried to come back earlier today. They fell a little short. You can watch the replay starting at 8 p.m. tonight on My Sky 33. Of course, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. And right now, live on Studio 23, Andre Felix Butch Maniego with Casio Maling Meg Punsalan at courtside. And of course, yes, the Samsung NCAA College Hoops every Monday, 6 p.m. right after the NCAA. Of course, 6 p.m. on Monday. Some recaps, some highlights, player of the week, game of the week, and great things that we have in store for you. Hosted by yours truly, along with Pia Boren, and directed by Lee Papa.
Well, I also hope the Sky Cable people fix our cable system in the Billy Ortigas area because we haven't had cable in the last 2 days. And I want to see this game again.
Oh, I want to see both games tonight starting at 8 p.m. And of course, yes, we have in the van right now ABS-CBN Sports Director Abit Ramos. Miss Diana Saison is also there. Very beautiful Miss Lee.
Oh, there's going to be a push on NJ.
Offensive foul.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not.
Oh,
it is. It is an offensive foul on RIzal.
And that's why NJ was clapping.
Yes.
The referee's got it.
Third personal foul on RJ. Third team foul of Letran here in the third quarter. 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining.
But you know what? Despite all the great effort, hustle of JRU, you're still down by 4. Letran has proven that they are able to hold a lead. Well, at least for this entire third quarter.
John Jay against Renesis. Is losing it. There's Bulangis. Bulangis in trouble, in traffic, but never giving up. JR Bulangis.
Good break for Bulangis, who was able to recover and score with time running out.
Warning on Jay Norom for delay of the game. And Coach Ariel Vanguardia saying defense and inspiring the JRU crowd. Guevara now 2-3 zone being applied here by JRU. A foul beyond Raycon Kabigting. I'll make that on John Jay. On Kabigting. Let's take a look here. Bulangis not giving up, almost losing his mouse, almost committing traveling. But converting 2 points. RJ now back on the line.
5 of 6. Now make that 5 of 7. Coach Louie Alas, parang hindi siya mapakali.
You know what? Because last year, JRU thought it was their year to get into the finals. They had played well all through the summer season and the Champions League and all the other non-official tournaments. But, you know, when it came down to the NCAA, they did lose some games badly in the elims that, you know, that doomed them to finish third. And with Letran having them twice to beat, Letran simply didn't get that up. Now the shoe is on the other foot. And now maybe JRU can get to the finals, but they have to get past Letran, which is never easy.
That's right. Still, the lead is with Letran at 3:48:45. 4 seconds on their shot clock.
4 seconds to shoot.
Agas will bring the ball in bounds. At the side.
Trying to look for somebody who has a quick release.
Sena has it. Over to Agas. Takes this one. No. Oh, lucky break. A big thing is there for the offensive board, and a foul given down low. Looks like it will be on Jam Cortez.
A big thing has been the surprise package of Coach RIzal here in the Final Four, because I hardly saw action the first 2 rounds. Only spot duty here and there. But here in the crucial stage of the game, Kabigting has been on the floor.
2 shots for Raycon Kabigting.
He hit a 3-point shot earlier, has kept the ball alive on numerous occasions, you know, for possible second chance points. And now he's at the foul line once again.
Missing that free throw attempt, though. There's J.R. Sena. Of course, he wants to take a crack at the finals. If they finish and put away Letran today, they will just have to wait on Wednesday. Who will they battle, Mapua or Sandeda, who have a do-or-die match on Monday? Things really getting a lot more exciting here in the NCAA Season 84, brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. Thank you for joining us on this great Friday. Ranises now with Cortez. Cortez decides to take the jumper. No. Now JRU has a chance to take the lead or tie it up. John Jay, foul down low on Regent Ranises. They're in the penalty. So John Jay will head to the line and has a chance to tie the score at 48. Fourth foul now on Regent Ranises.
2 free throws for Joju Jay.
Coach Louie Alas has to bring back in John Faronda.
And NJ missing the free throw.
Coach Louie Alas, Coach Aniel Vanguardia, coaching Letran and JRU respectively. John Faronda, there he is, checking in for Regent Ranises. Oh, I'm sure Coach Louie Alas is so proud to have been the mentor of Coach Aniel Vanguardia.
To a certain degree.
That's right. Oh, nice lob. But sorry best for Ray Guevara that time around.
JRU with a chance to take the lead at the end of the third.
On NJ, now Agas. Bulanges says, wait, we can take the last shot here in the third quarter and take the lead and take the momentum entering the fourth. But a foul.
And Del Rosario jamming Bulanges.
Bulanges still down, nursing. Hopefully it won't be too serious.
Just trying to catch his breath, perhaps.
Take a look here. The left knee-to-knee collision between Del Rosario and Bulanges, of course. Mark Agoko has to come in for JR Bulanges. Still hasn't gotten up. So it will be Agoko who will take the 2 free throws. Agoko, he has been perfect at the line. The only bright spot
Well, Louis Alas using this opportunity with 4.4 seconds left to dish out some instructions, because if they get the ball back, they still have enough time to take a good shot.
Oh, but Kagogo missing out his step. Now 2 of 3. Man, like, na-jinx ko kaya siya. Kagogo has been struggling all throughout in this game. 0 of 6 from beyond the arc. 1 of 9 from the field. Single basket he had was a layup way back in the first quarter. Now 3 of 4 at the line. Now we're not at a 48. Just a second deadlock, a turnover. They can lead this one. Kagogo for 3, too strong. And at the end of 3 quarters, we're knotted at 48.
Isn't it fitting that we kick off the 4th quarter where we began this game?
Yes. JR Bulangis getting away, and he has our KFC Kurt Colonel. He's running the show for JRU. His finger licking good. Now, Pellegrino finding an open for Ronda. The biggest lead of JRU was at 13 way back in the first half. I mean, make that Letran. JRU tying it up at 48. 4th and final quarter coming up after the break. And welcome back to the 4th and final quarter. But before we resume the action, it's now time for some beauties. Miss Sofia Isidro, 14 years of age. Yes, from JRU, supporting JR Sena. And of course, our Samsung fan of the game with Samsung Imagination Lips. 14 years old.
Young.
Very young.
High school age.
Yes.
Well, then again, they aren't all cheering their school on.
Ralas, they go down low to Sena. Big ding from the outside. Raycon, big ding, and now they take control.
JRU grabs the lead at the start of the 4th.
What a way to grab the momentum here in the 4th quarter.
Second 3-pointer by Raycon Kabigding.
9 off the bench total for Raycon Kabigding.
And Guevara missing another layup today.
51-48. They can extend the lead. Agas hands it over to Kagogo.
They should look for the hot hand.
This is just our second lead change of the whole game. Sena, single coverage is for Ronda, and he gets the foul on Foronda, and this will be Foronda's 4th. Second big man of Coach Louis Alas with 4 personal fouls.
Foronda really having his hands full against JR Sena.
When they tried to double Sena, he found an open Raycon Kabigding for this 3-pointer, courtesy of our Smart Buddy Instant Replay, Minami. And when they tried to put up a single coverage on Sena, they got Foronda's 4th personal foul. So if you're Letran, who will you put up against Sena? Now Da is on JR Sena. Here's John J against Foronda. Try to lose Foronda. No.
And Foronda holding his ground and grabbing the rebound.
Now let's go back to Letran side, courtesy of Meg Punzalan. Meg.
This game isn't over yet. That's why we have to work even harder. Read and react in the situation. Don't panic and learn to handle pressure. Lastly, Coach Louis said to the boys, show the aggressiveness of the night. Dre, back to you.
Thank you, Meg, for your Samsung courtside update with Samsung Imagination Lips.
JRU trying to get back in the finals for the first time in 7 years.
Last time, they were back in the finals way back in 2001.
And
last
then
time,
players
yeah.
Nani Bundulan and Ariel Campos leading the way.
Azul, no. Weather will go back. JRU, Coach Jack Pellegrino will come back in for Kirk Del Rosario. Now, veterans in the game for Letran. Da taking it strong, but nice deflection by John J. It's Kojak Miligrito, Ray Guevara, RJ Hazul, John Foronda, and Dino Da in the floor for Coach Louie Alas. It's Mark Agoco, John Wilson, Raycon Cabigting, John J, and James Sena for Coach Ariel Manguardia.
And now there will be a warning given for the live game. If it's the first by Letran, otherwise it's going to be a technical.
Number 10, Kojak Miligrito for delaying the game.
So both sides now given a warning, so they better watch it, because the second occurrence will definitely be a technical, Dre.
That's right.
Under 8.5 minutes left. JRU will now try to grind it out. Oh, good steal.
Nice steal by RJ Hazul. Hazul in traffic, having problems with the leather. John Jay's down on the floor. RJ gets it to Da. Nice fake by Da all the way.
And once again, Letran has to go back to the basics. Their defense, you know, to try and generate
some offense.
And, you know, disrupting JRU.
But John Wilson taking it strong to the hole by himself. Raycon has it. Cabigting from the outside, in and out. MJ is there for the offensive rebound again, and he gets the foul. He will head to the line for 2.
Well, NJ may not be the most accurate shooter on the floor, but he definitely brings energy to this Heavy Bombers team. He's actually the only key addition they made from last year.
That's right. Now let's go to JRU's side, courtesy of Cassie O'Malley.
We will get through this game possession by possession. It will all go down to how good we can take care of the ball. And at this moment, we must have inferior passing. The JRU bench seems a bit anxious going into this last quarter, but of course they know that the fate of this game rests in the hands of the brave Bombers on the court. Jay?
Thank you, Cassie. Your Samsung courtside update with Samsung Imagination Lives. Coach Ariel Manguardia. Will this be his time to make it to the finals? John Jay at the line. Gets it to go. Like what you mentioned, John Jay may not really be, you know, good outside shooter and be a provider scoring-wise.
Yes.
Stops the offense, blocks some shots, gets some offensive boards. Marvin Hayes will check back in. And John Jay will go back to the bench. It's a 3-point lead now. This is the biggest lead of JRU, believe it or not. 7.5 left in this ball game. Ray Guevara from the outside.
Still
Coach
can't get things to go.
Foul down low, call on John Wilson.
Pushing foul there, number 8, John Wilson.
Wilson's third personal.
Ray Guevara will sit down because he has not been able to deliver the points.
He hasn't been a factor offensively for Letran, and the foul trouble to Regine Ranises is in. Now, 3 people with 4 fouls, Hazul, Ranises, and Foronda. Da will take it, no. Wilson getting the board. Agoco back to John Wilson. We approach the 7-minute mark here in the 4th and final quarter. JRU trying to finish the job and put away Letran. Letran trying to force a do-or-die matchup on Monday. Agoco for 3.
Still can't get it. And they have the veteran 5 on the floor for JRU. Sena, Hayes, Wilson, Agoco, and Bulangis.
Da, strong inside, but nice stop there by Marvin Hayes. Great block. So if not at Jay, it's Marvin Hayes. 6.5 remaining.
JRU really chewing up the clock all they can.
Taking their time. Sena. No.
Like
this, but he was stepping on the line. So possession will go back to JRU. Six minutes, 19 seconds left here in the 4th. Letran crowd quiet, sitting down. JRU on the other end, however, standing up and trying to smell the finals.
Jason Nocom giving Senna a bit of a rest before he probably comes back in the next 2.5 minutes.
That's right.
Then medyo mukhang obvious na rin si JR.
Oh. Senna, dangerous pass to Kagoko. Tapped there by Miligrito.
That run scoring is really, you know, they scored 25 points, I think, in the first quarter. Has only scored 25 from that point on.
Foul will be called on Mark Kagoko.
You know, Kagoko has not really played all that well today, but he has had his moment.
Third personal on Mark Kagoko. John Jay will check back in for John Wilson now.
But they still need Kagoko because he's able to do so much on the defensive end, especially trying to disrupt the ball handlers of Letran.
It's true. Dankal over to Da. Dino Da. The kick out to Ray Dankal. Dankal decides to take it inside. And nice lucky break for Letran.
Actually tipped the ball.
Yeah, but they credit to Jab Cortez,
who was the nearest Letran player to the action.
5:40 remaining here in this ball game. Letran hanging on. JR Bulangis being hounded by Kojak Miligrito over to the cannonball. Kagoko decides to take it way off.
Another poor shot by Kagoko. But yung sinasabi ko nga, Dre, every time Senna goes out, they don't know who's gonna shoot. Wala silang direction eh.
They can't go down to the post, so they decide to ramble on offense and take the outside shot.
Well, they can go to Nocom.
To Nocom, yes. But they decide to take it.
They don't seem to want to.
True. Kagoko 0 of 9 now from beyond the arc today.
Dankal giving a shot again.
Way short. Oh, too strong. He's got outlet pass from Hayes.
He's just through. He's upset at Nocom because he did not run out.
NJ talking to Hayes.
That there's no need to rush. They still have the lead.
Kojak now to Ranisis. Ranisis being outed by 2 yellow shirts, but a foul will be called on Jay Nocom. Now we are at our Samsung halfway point of the 4th and final quarter with Samsung. Imagination lives.
Coach Louis Alas still marking time before sending, probably sending RIzal back in. They're going with Miligrito and Dankal at this crucial stage.
The 5 on the floor for Letran. Cortez, Miligrito, Da, Ranisis, and Dankal. Yes, I mentioned Dankal. So those are the 5 for Letran. Dankal now over to Da.
Being guarded by Kagoko.
Here's Ranisis over to Kojak. 4-3. This is big. No.
Oh, NJ.
Jay just flying and yes.
Just flying through the air to grab that rebound out of the hands of his teammate, actually.
Taking it from everybody. And at the next dead ball situation, RIzal and Senna will check in at the same time for their respective squads.
Travel.
Yes.
Sakit na talaga ni Jay Nocom yan.
Oh, clear case of traveling that happened to Jay Nocom. So Senna will come back on the floor. RJ RIzal will check in for Ray Dankal. Probably this might be the same 5 for their respective squads to finish out the ball game.
Well, I think,
unless coaches make some changes, yes.
No, Hayes is there, but I think Wilson will eventually have to come back.
That's true. RIzal. Over now to Ranisis. He decides to take the outside shot. No.
Senna comes down with it. Now let's see what the 2 minutes of rest did for him.
Just passed by a 4-minute mark. Bulangis looking to go down low. Senna, the kick out to Jay, and a foul will be called on Kojak Miligrito. That's Kojak's second team foul of Letran.
And I think that's a third team foul on Letran. So neither team in the penalty at the 3:49 mark.
No, it's the second team foul of Letran actually here in the 4th quarter. Oh yes, that's right, third. So both teams now have 3 team fouls.
Senna being guarded by Ranises.
Kagoko. And there it is. His first three-pointer.
And what a time for it to come. Giving JRU a 4-point lead.
Extends the lead to 4. Kagoko has been 1 of 10 from the outside, but Regin Ranises answers back.
Surprise. That's his second three-point shot for today.
So the lead is back to 1. 56-55 for JRU. Hold on to your seats.
Yes.
Oh, and a steal from behind. RJ, 1-on-1 against Kagoko.
And Kagoko
will be called for a foul here. He wasn't able to
establish himself.
The position of Kagoko wasn't established.
This RIzal knew that he was guessing where RJ was going to go. So RJ just went straight.
This Kagoko's three-pointer that stretched the lead to 4. His first three-pointer in this game, but it was answered back by an unlikely guy. Regin Ranises wide open, and this is your smart buddy instant replay, me. Now RJ RIzal, will he be so cool at the line?
Went scoreless against Papua, had 9 against JRU last Wednesday, but he missed the first.
RJ RIzal at the line is 6 of 9. What a time to miss a crucial free throw shot.
He's got 15 points already.
He can tie the game at 56, and he doesn't.
And Ranises keeping the ball alive.
Nice hustle by Regin Ranises.
He's been
proving to be worthy of a slot here in the last minutes of this game. RIzal 6 of 10 at the line, missing this one, but look at the spacing and the great boxing out of Ranises, getting the position.
More boxing out on the part of JRU.
Yes.
There were a couple of Knights who had a shot at the offensive rebound, and it was Ranises who got it.
Ranises, who earlier hit the three-point shot, and he gets the first free throw to go. John Paulson still at the bench for Coach Abiel Vanguardia. And now we are knotted again at 56.
With 3 minutes to go. You have to remember, Letran is fighting for its survival this season.
Ranises, cool as ice at the line, and he takes the lead for Letran. Again, 57-56.
Abiel Vanguardia not making any changes, keeping John Wilson on the bench.
Bulangis, MJ, Hayes, Senna, and Kagoko, the 5 on the floor for the Heavy Bombers. Kagoko decides to take it again from the outside. The eyes there to secure the board. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining.
JRU has been unable to go inside to Senna because Cortez has done a good job of, defending JR Senna.
Kojak, losing the handle on the leather. Here's Bulangis. Finds an open Kagoko.
The lead goes back to JRU.
Seesaw battle now as we wind down the clock and approach our 2-minute mark. Letran fighting for their lives. Ranises again and banking the three-pointer.
Who is this guy?
You tell me, Butch. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Smart Buddy, me.
Ranises with 3 triples in this ball game.
Yes. Now the lead is back up with Letran, 60-58. MJ losing it. RIzal has it, and a foul by MJ.
Dribbling off his foot.
This will mean 2 free throws. Let's take a look here at Bulangis. Jolly Hot Dog assists on the go over to Kagoko. Jollibee lang sarap, bida sa lahat.
But Letran better watch it because they've been in similar situations
Yes.
a lot of times this season, and they have failed to close out games even though they've had the lead.
RIzal back at the line. RIzal is 6 of 10 at the line. He missed 2 free throws earlier, but it was Ranises who saved him. Now RIzal 6, a crucial free throw with 1 minute and 43 remaining.
Luis Alas thinking perhaps They may have to work some more, but you know, it's gonna be worth it. We can have 2 games on Monday.
The one being Mapua and San Beda. Mapua winning over San Beda earlier, but RIzal misses the second free throw.
And NJ almost losing it, but a foul is called on Cortez.
RIzal 7 of 12 at the line. There's Kirby Raimundo.
He's up on his feet.
Yes, almost everyone here at the Canada National. And there's John Wilson.
I think could have gone in about a minute ago.
A minute earlier, yeah, that's right.
Because, his experience and shooting and his rebounding also important for JRU.
Sena hands it over to Bulangis. Bulangis against RIzal. Across the timeline, trying to get rid of RIzal, and he does. Trying to put some order to the JRU offense. Kagoko decides to take it from the outside. No. Ranisis is there.
But he lost, I think, the ball out of bounds.
So
no, they will keep
yes, they will keep it.
Letran has a 3-point lead and the ball.
Coach Ariel Vanguardia telling his boys what to do. John Jay will check back in on the next dead ball situation. Melegrito almost losing it, tried to save it. Who will get the leather? And Wilson does. But Da is there. Wilson trying to avoid him, and he gets it to go.
Effort on the part of John Wilson.
The lead is back to 61-60.
Melegrito making a couple of errors here in the 4th quarter.
A minute left in this ball game. Who wants it more? Letran or JRU? Can Letran force a do-or-die game on Monday? And RIzal losing it. 45 seconds left. JRU can take control of the lead. Yes, Butch?
Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, but since the ball has not gone dead, nobody can call it.
Sena. All the way, J.R. Sena. Now they're ahead by 162, 61-30, 1.2 seconds remaining. And Coach Louis Alas will call a timeout.
Both teams are in the penalty, and now Louis Alas will have to work out a play.
But of course, there is still time as we take a look at Sena. His bread and butter move, moving on from one side to another. Now let's go and listen in to the dugout. There's Coach Ariel Vanguardia.
He can feel it.
Yes, he can feel it. They have to finish the job. Now let's go over to Coach Louis Alas.
Kailangan gumagalaw lang tayo. Eugene, mabagal yung dapat nandito ka na, kaya si RJ itong pinasa. Ito naman RJ, atakihin mo, hindi naman naano. Kaya mo lang. Pare, do not dwell on the terror. Wala yan. Tapos yan. Pinaka-importante itong day natin ngayon na to. Now, whatever happens dito sa day na to, if we make it, guys, one stop. Pag nag-miss tayo, we will go for the steal, foul. Pero go for the steal. Now, here's the play. RJ, you'll get him down there. Good job. Ray Gibara, pasok ka ha. Ray! Pasok ka dito. Jump, pahinga ka muna dyan. Jump. Here's the long man. Eugene. Dito ka magaling. Dito ka ano?
And there, of course, a Letran faithful trying to, pray and hopefully, let's see if Letran can pull off something here. Sena, this is where he's good at, where he is at his best. Back to the basket. And a JRU faithful, of course, in yellow.
They're hoping that 7 years is enough.
Yes.
For them to go back to the finals. Paul
Supan, I heard he will throw a party.
And Father Vic Calvo.
I hope he's okay.
They had a 3-point lead just a while ago, but it evaporated.
There's Coach Ariel Vanguardia. Look at that shot. Thank you to our director, Abet Ramos. And look at the heavy bombers in chains.
Ray Guevara coming in for
Jan Cortez, yes. So it's RIzal, Melegrito, Ranisis, Guevara, and Da. Who will they go to? Ranisis has it up top. They go down low to Da. To RIzal. RIzal almost losing it, and he loses it. Kagoko has it. Kagoko has it. And a foul.
16.8 seconds remaining. JRU ahead by 162-61.
Azul dribbled himself into trouble, and he could not get out of it.
Coach Louis Alas on the floor with his boys, talking to them. Kagoko.
He may not have been very accurate today shooting-wise, but, you know, defensively he's done his job, really disrupting the offense of Letran. Kagoko making the first.
4 of 5 now at the line, Mark Kagoko.
Letran still has one timeout remaining, all is not lost. But, you know, trying to go for 3 and trying to go for 2 are two different things.
Now 4 of 5. Kagoko misses this one. Granisis has it. Now over to Coach Jack. They won't call a timeout.
They can't.
That's right, it's not dead. Melegrito decides to take it all the way. The kick out to Hazul. 5 seconds left. Hazul and a stop by Wilson. This is it. This is it. But an unsportsmanlike foul call on Melegrito. JRU crowd already happy. Oh, and the crowd getting into the action. But this is it. But some blood and some drama. And Ariel Vanguardia in tears. Coach Louis Alas still talking to the officials, asking for the foul. Coach Louis Alas furious at the officials. And that is it. The final score is 63 for JRU, 61 for Letran. You can call it controversial, you can call it this and that, but this is it. Let's take a look at this.
Let's try to see this.
Yes, let's take a look. What will happen here? This is...
Wilson was perfectly vertical from where we
and
saw
then
it.
Melegrito, there it is, slapping Kagoko in the head. Melegrito will kick this one out, almost losing it. And then Hazul will get it. He will take it against Wilson. Wilson holding his ground, blocking the shot. But Butch, in your mind, was there a foul or not?
No, I didn't see it.
Coach Louis Alas still arguing with the officials. And now the commissioner, Coach Jolie Pa, also arguing with Coach Louis Alas.
I think he's not arguing the block by Wilson.
Yes, yes.
And he's arguing whether there was contact on Kagoko when he tried to challenge Hazul. I think
that's the one, yes.
I don't think he's arguing that the block was clean.
The block, Wilson, okay, you can see the expression on Coach Louis Alas' face. We will take a quick break, but we will be right back. Stay with us. There you see the Knights in tears. Dino Dan company, but there's JR Sena. Looks like they will head to the finals. JR Sena.
Well, not to take anything away from Letran.
Yes.
I think they overachieved this season. They did not have the same kind of lineup they did in years past, but still they made it this far. But JR Sena, double-double in the crucial game. You know, what more can you ask for? We're number one!
Of course, that crucial basket. 63-61. We will wrap this one up after we take another quick break. Stay with us, please. And we are back here at the Cuneta Astrodome. Yes, welcome back. 63-61 is the final score. Now time for Jollibee Bida moment. Jollibee hamburgers, langhap sarap, bida sa lahat. Yes, of course, James Sena, the leader of the Heavy Bombers.
And he's just seems to be getting better every year.
Oh yeah, that's true, the development of this kid. Now time to take a look at our Nike hyper play of the game. Just do it, Jer Bulangis.
Nearly lost the ball.
Yes, in traffic, never giving up.
almost committing traveling there, but still it is good.
He did not have the same kind of game he did last Wednesday, but he did enough.
Yes, nevertheless, he provided some crucial plays here for JRU. Now our Samsung best play, of course with Samsung, imagination lives. John Wilson.
That's the steal.
The sidestep, dinali back, and Spinoda went to the other side.
And that's what cut the lead to only one.
John Wilson, of course, providing well for Jerry as well. And now our KFC Kurt Colonel. Kagoko may have struggled, but he hit this three-pointer. It's good for our KFC Kurt Colonel at the border. His finger looking good. Yes, but
and he also made free throws that made him
mattered.
go ahead.
Yes.
So we will have,
of course, at 2 p.m. just one game. Oh no, at 2 p.m. it will be our Samsung NCAA College Hoops at 2 p.m. on Studio 23, and then 2:30 it will be the Mapua Cardinals taking on the San Beda Red Lions, two-time defending champs. And Mapua, of course, do or die game on Monday, and of course
Jerry right to play JRU.
Yes, on Wednesday. But for now, the Cuneta Astrodome, once again, the games will be on Monday. One game, that is Mapua taking on San Beda. But before that, tune in to Studio 23 for your Samsung NCAA